Okay, so we're on to the next practice. Determine the domain, range, and horizontal asymptotes of each function graph if you have to. We're going to do problem 6 and number 7 real quick. So honestly, I'll start by saying the easiest way to do this is to put this into your graphing calculator, or if you have the app called Desmos, which is another graphing calculator on your cell phone, smartphone, would be the easiest way just to see where the asymptotes are. But if we're going to do this by hand, let me just break this down. So the domain, excuse me. So the domain of a function is a set of input or argument values for which the function is real and defined. So, for example, we always have this. Negative infinity is less than a variable, and that's less than, obviously, infinity. Infinity is the biggest thing on here, right? It's like a fish, small fish, medium fish, biggest fish. Now, the interval notation of this guy would be all real numbers. I'm sorry, not real numbers. It would be this. This would be the interval notation. Now, for this, let me do range real quick because this one's pretty easy. So the range is a set of values the set of values of the dependent variable for which a function is defined. So what does that mean? In this case, we got positive 2. So y would be greater than 2. Y, let's do that real quick. 4, let's plug something in for x. I don't know. Let's do 3 minus 1. Okay? Let's do that first, which would be 2, right? 4 squared, 16. Is 16 greater than 2? Yes. Let's do another one. Let's do 4 to the, I don't know, let's do 5 minus 1. That would equal 4 to the 4th power, which would equal a big number. Hey, Siri, 4 to the 4th power. 256. Is 256 bigger than 2? Yes. So that's how you find range. You just plug in chug for this and see if it's greater than that. And if it's less than, you put less than 2. If it's greater than 2. Well, 2 in this case is positive. If it was negative, it would be a different scenario. But yeah, that's just explaining it in a very simple way. I like to make everything super simple. No need to make things harder. Unless you're going to be an engineer, then you should really learn your stuff. But if you're not, I'm just kind of helping you guys figure things out. Another thing, for the range, there is this formula, c times 9, a to the x plus b plus k. F of x, this is just the formula way. This is like if you really want to understand this stuff. I'm just going to throw it out here just in case. F of x greater than k. Perfect. So this is just the mathematical explanation for what I did, the actual way. I just make things easy for myself. Now we need the asymptotes. Okay, so we have the asymptotes, or horizontal. Well, all asymptotes, you could pretty much find all of them. This case would just be y equals positive 2, because it would fall on 2. That's pretty much it. I know I made that super easy. Now, I'm going to graph it. You could copy all that, pause. I'm going to just do a crude sketch. Let me just plug this into my graphing calculator. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm doing it kind of fast. Using Desmos. Okay, I'm going to need this kind of variation. Okay, so it looks like it's kind of here-ish. That'd be it, and it looks kind of like that. Yeah, let me take off 10 because that's people are going to think I'm putting 5. Basically, this is what I got. Wonderful. Let's do the next one. So we have y equals 2 to the x plus 2 power. So once again, let's do domain, range, horizontal asymptotes. Less than our variable, less than infinity. Our notation, our interval notation would be Boom. Good. Our range, which once again, our range is the set of values of the independent variable, for which a function is defined. So in this case, is it plus 10 anything, minus 10 anything? It's just 2 to the x to what? No, right? We don't have a plus like kind of like this. We don't have that here. So in this case, it's just going to be y is greater than 0. Because there's nothing there, right? Anything we plug into here, 1 plus 2 would be 2 to the cube power, which is, I don't know, something. That's greater than 0, right? So anything we really put in here, even if you put 0, 0 plus 2, that would still be 2 squared. That would be 4. That is still greater than 0. So our range is just that. Our asymptotes. So we would only have a horizontal one in this case, and that would be y equals 0. So the range, I shouldn't say this, but usually whatever the range is, you're going to put it for that horizontal asymptote. Not always, most of the time, which I think you're starting to see a pattern. So yeah, that's it. Just because we have plus or minus to nothing, we don't have a number here. So this one was pretty quick.